Welcome to the Celiac Diva!
Today's episode is brought to you by Jackie Carr and her awesome book, Celiac Disease, Safe, Unsafe Food List and Essential Information. Check it out. It's got an awesome list of ingredients and whether they're gluten-free or whether they're not. For more information, check out the link below. I use it. It's awesome. Now, on to the show. Today we're talking about 9 simple ways to kind of help us along in our emotional gluten-free journey. For some people, you're really excited to go gluten-free because you've been sick for a long time, and it's like a rebirth, if you will. And then for a lot of people, it's like a death. You feel like, you don't want to do it, you're upset, whether it's because you love food that's filled with gluten or whether it's because you weren't sick and so going gluten-free for you, it's hard for you to see the benefit of it. So I think one of the first things to do is to allow yourself to mourn. Whether it's 2 days, 2 weeks, a month, whatever you need, give yourself a time limit though. Allow yourself to kick and scream, throw a temper tantrum, be sad, cry about it, and allow yourself to mourn that yes, your life is going to change. And I think that's an important process to go through. I think once you've done that, you can kind of move on to the next thing, which I think is really helpful, is to educate yourself. And okay, how can educating help you in your emotional journey? Well, here we go. If you're really aware of what gluten is doing to your body, then it may be easier for you to say, yes, I choose to live gluten-free. Because you don't have to. Nobody's making you live gluten-free. But if you're educated yourself, get your hands on every book and, internet resource, valid internet resource that you can to educate yourself so you understand why you're making this choice and why it's important for you and your health, both short-term and long-term. The third thing I think that's important to do once you've mourned and once you've really educated yourself about this disease is to join a support group. So you have support groups online, you have Facebook, you have Twitter. I'm on Twitter, tweet me. You have in your town, you have GIG groups, which are gluten intolerance groups of America, and they're all over the place. I'll put up the link so maybe you can find one in your hometown. And if you don't have one, start one. There's also Celiac Sprue Associations. They have a lot of wonderful support groups all over the place, so I'll put the link up to their site as well. So find a support group because you really need people to rally around you and to let you know that you're not alone and, to eat with, cheer you on, that kind of stuff. So I'm looking down here. Okay, the fourth thing, find either a doctor or dietitian to help you. I know a lot of us are gun shy after maybe having a hard time getting diagnosed or whatever. I think it's important to have a doctor or a dietitian to help you in this journey because you need to have your vitamin tested, your minerals tested, your omega-3 fatty acids tested. That way, if you are getting all the minerals and vitamins you need, you emotionally have the best chance you can to not feel depressed, to not feel have mood swings, behavioral kind of challenges that come along with a lot of vitamin and mineral deficiencies. So, let's see here. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm on number 6 already. Woo! Okay. You don't need anyone's validation. That is number 6. You have to decide that you don't need anyone's validation, whether it's your coworkers, your love bug, your love bunny, whether it's your family. You have to choose that you are not seeking validation from somebody else. And I know that we want people to understand maybe how hard it is, or we want people to acknowledge that this is a challenge, or we want them to maybe take it seriously. And you know what? You need to eat gluten-free no matter how anybody else reacts to you. So it is up to you to allow yourself the freedom of not needing somebody else's validation to eat gluten-free in your life. And I believe it releases a lot of us when we decide that we're not going to seek that validation from anybody because we've got to do what we've got to do. So, number 7, tell your family and friends what you need. So, you don't need validation, but you need support. Your family and friends, go to them, explain to them why you can't have gluten, and then a lot of times they may want to help you, but they don't know how. So think, how can they specifically help me? And give them specifics. I asked my family, I said specifically, when I bring food to lunch and stuff, I'm like the lunchbox queen. Please just don't treat me like I'm weird or stare at it or, just treat it like it's no big deal. And they're amazing at it. And so sometimes they steal my gluten-free chocolate and Dad, And so that kind of stuff. But you know, they just act like it's no big deal, and that's one way that really helps me feel, you know, normal. And then, you know, ask them, what do you need? Because they're a part of this journey too, because things have shifted for them too. Although, is it hard for them in a way it is for you? No, not at all. But say, what do you need, so you can feel kind of supported in this change that's happening in your life too. Because if you can exemplify to them maybe some support to them, then maybe they'll be able to give that back to you. But even if they can't, you still got to do it. So ask them, can you please support me in these specific ways? And number 8, find an outlet to express yourself. I think starting a blog is a great idea. I think, you know, writing on Facebook walls. I think using journals. I think praying. I think meditating. I think exercising, working out, you know, finding ways to express yourself so that your frustration doesn't stay inside of you. So I think gluten-free blogs are awesome. If you're thinking about starting one, start it. If you're like, who's gonna read it? I'll read it. So start one. You know, really express yourself in your journey, because there are so many other people that are going through the exact same thing and can connect to that. So find a way to really let off steam. Number 9 is to decide to not be a victim. Am I saying that this journey isn't hard? No. I mean, this is a really difficult journey. I mean, your life has been altered forever. I acknowledge that. Let me tell you, I affirm that in you. This is hard stuff. But you're not a victim. You are not a victim. You have this golden nugget of information that's been given to you so that you are able to choose to live your life in this optimum, the healthiest way possible. And there's a lot of people walking around who are sick. They're going to all these doctors and they don't know what's wrong with them. You know, but you know what is toxic to your body. And that, my friends, is a gem that is a diamond in the rough, and it should be valued. And if it isn't valued in your life, take some time to step back and reflect about why you're not valuing that piece of information and giving yourself, you know, this gift. You know, why are you choosing not to do it? So I know this is hard. You guys, we can do this. Please, you know, leave me a comment. Let me know if you want, you know. How do you deal with this emotionally? Has this been easy for you? Has this been hard for you? I really appreciate all you guys and the support that you offer in this community. It's incredible, and you can do this. I know it's hard. Keep trucking. Take it one day at a time. You can do this. Until next time, everybody, have a wonderful gluten-free day.